Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. It is my hope and prayer that this video finds you well wherever you are. Kindly let me know where you are watching us from. If you are in the diaspora, which country? And if you are in Kenya, which county? Let us interact. Now, if you talk to Ruto handlers, these days they have gotten used to three things. Anytime Ruto is going for a public meeting, especially in Kenya that involves public gathering, they will tell you that the following must happen, all or some of them. Number one, there will be empty seats because people are tired of attending such meetings without any important message to them. Number two, people who choose to boycott will stay at home, but people who choose to go and meet William Ruto will either start heckling him when he speaks because he keeps on repeating what he said some years back without even realizing that he is repeating to them the very promises that he had given. Number three, sometimes it is a lukewarm reception. Some of them will go there, and when William Ruto is talking, they simply look at him. They just stare at him as if they are asking, "Huyu anasema nini?" And of course, the last one is, to cover all this, the president will ferry people to such venues to at least try and save the face. Now, recently, after William Ruto attended the Jamhuri celebration, he went to Nyayo. I think there was a match that was going on there. And as usual, the crowd that was there heckled William Ruto, telling him that we want our president, Raila Amolo Odinga. When you look at such scenes, and these are scenes that Statehouse would not want you to see, the Kenya Kwanza bloggers will try as much as they can to conceal such videos. But you know, we are in a very digital era. So we have got people who always capture these and they send them to us. Let me tell you, if there is something that is worrying the president and of course the Kenya Kwanza government, is such kind of scenes. Because when you look at what is happening there, it portrays a country that is divided. For those who listen to this channel, I have always maintained that the first role of a government when you are elected into office is to try as much as you can and unite the country. And the unity call that we are talking about here is not by distributing some food stuff. You don't go to a certain area and you start distributing 2 packets of unga and you think that that is unity. You don't charge your digital team, your ministers, some of the people you have appointed into offices to go and sell propaganda in regions that you perceive to be opponents' regions, and you think that is unity. I know many argued that the people who are making noise there were mostly a fan base of Azimio leaders. But that is exactly what I'm talking about. Once you are a president, the reason why the president is called the father of the nation is because you are an anchor to the nation. And the unity that I'm talking about should be realized in appointments. Once you form a government, then you form a government of inclusivity. You know, let me tell you something. There is a general feeling that William Ruto got into power through unscrupulous means. The other day, the Kisii governor, Simba Arati, told him that you scored using your hand, like the famous hand of God. Pele, was it Pele? Maradona, and then Messi also did it. But once the referee says it's a goal against the protest and the chagrin of the opponent competitors, it is. So William Ruto scored using his hands, and the referee decided it was a goal, and that was Wafula Chebukati. When it was taken to the VAR at the Supreme Court, Madam Hot Air also agreed with the court, and William Ruto was given that win. But he has failed to unite the country. No wonder such scenes will continue to haunt them for the entire period that they will be on power. Number two, it showcases a citizenry that is very tired of this government. Needless to say that he had promised to bring down the cost of living. Today, when you look at things, they are worse than they were during the Uhuru era. High taxes, removal of subsidies. We have gotten into a situation where we don't understand our country anymore. So people are tired, and that is why when they see Ruto, they don't understand him. He's not really the man who they thought he would be. Not only are the people tired, but they are also not afraid of expressing that feeling. Because, you know, it would have been the joy of a president of a nation to be welcomed wherever you pass by, even those who did not vote for you. We look at your policies, how you have reduced the cost of living, the basic commodity, the prices of the basic commodities are low. They will say, okay, even if you gotten into power through those means, but at least people have jobs. You have created an environment where business can thrive. You are trying to close down the tribal and ethnic difference gap. So people will meet you and you will see the way they applaud you. But our president has continued in his appointments, in whatever he does, and you realize that he continues to divide the nation. People are tired and they are expressing those thoughts. In fact, these days, people are not afraid of talking about revolution. This government must be kicked out. People are saying, kama siyo sasa, ni sasa hivi, we cannot wait. In fact, I want you to look at most of the experts and pundits and politicians and leaders who gave their full support to William Ruto before, during, and after elections. Some of them have removed their heads from the sand, and they are facing William Ruto and telling him, apana, you are not in the right direction. So such things will tell you that people are tired. It also tells you that the question of legitimacy will linger, and it is a burden that the Kenya Kwanza regime will carry for the rest of the period that they will be in power. Martha Karua puts it this way, that William Ruto is not my president, but the constitution allows him to be the president. And so most people only recognize William Ruto as a president because the constitution says so. And when you see people saying tunataka baba, they're simply telling them we want our president. That is it. If you ask many people, they will tell you that we know our president. And they are proud saying that we know we elected our president. But like I said, the referee and the VAR denied us our victory. We should work on this. And legitimacy, I know, can only be acquired by one thing. It is a song that we have sung until now. It is boring. That it is only the server that can be opened so that we know who won. You know, as we speak, what is happening with my token? As we speak, many people believe that the president that we have is a product of Jose Kamagu, Wafula Chebukati, and Madam Koome. And as we say, Only that server can give us legitimacy. But even with that, the president can try and accommodate people and reign like a person who really wanted to lead our country. You see, when I look at our president today, I see a man who is being controlled by the West. He listens to everything that the rest will give us. You see, when I started talking about how our country is being manipulated, when I started complaining about Washington, D.C. and White House, and the NATO and the European Union and the United Kingdom, many people doubted me. But now I can see people talking about it. They have seen the acceptance of LGBTQ. They have seen how the genetically modified organisms are being forced to us. Now it's even clearer to them, the clearest indication that we want to sell our seed companies. And when you rear your cattle at home, there are taxes that will be raised. And people now understand better because people read journals. They understand how Bill Gates wants to be given to control our food industry and the cattle industry and even the animal feeds. And I'm happy that people now understand that our country has been sold to the West. And so this government will have to contend with such scenes where William Ruto is rejected. They give him a lukewarm reception. They shout him. They tell him to nataka baba. They heckle and they do all sorts of things. But this is their bed. They made it. They must lie on it. That is my take.